Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello friends, in earlier videos we learnt about fractions and decimals. That what have we learnt in earlier classes, what are proper fractions, improper fraction, mixed fraction. We discussed that as well, and we discussed few examples on the basis of that as well. Now we'll be starting off with very first exercise of this chapter, which is exercise 2.1. So let's start with the first question, and first part of that question is 2 minus 3 by 5. So how do we solve this question? To 2 we can write 2 by 1. So we'll be taking LCM of 1 and 5, which will be 5 only. Now 5 divided by 1 will be 5, times 2 is 10. 5 divided by 5 is 1, times 3 is 3. So we'll be getting 7 by 5. So if the 7 by 5 is proper fraction, we'll keep it as it is. If it's improper fraction, then we'll try to convert it to mixed fraction. And if converting it to mixed fraction, we'll be getting 1, 2 by 5. And I hope that you all are aware of it, that how do we convert it to mixed fraction now. Let's move on to the second part. So over here, we'll be getting an LCM as 8. So 8 times 4 is 32 plus 7, which is 39 by 8. Now since it is on standard form itself, so we'll be converting it to improper fraction. So we'll be getting 4/7 over 8. Let's move on to third part. Over here it's 5 and 7. So we'll be taking LCM, so it will be 35. 35 divided by 5 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. 35 divided by 7 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. So we'll be getting 31 upon 35. Again, it's a standard form and it's a proper fraction, so we'll not be converting it to mixed fraction. Now let's move on to next part, which is fourth part. Now over here we have 9 by 11 minus 4 by 15. For this, we need to convert it to like fractions, or what we need to do is, over here we have 9 by 11 and 4 by 15. So we'll be taking LCM. So 11 and 15, if you take the LCM, we'll be getting 165. So 11 times 15 will be 165. So we'll multiply it by 9. And over here, that will be 11 times 4. Now 15 times 9 is 135 minus 44 upon 165. Now 135 take away 44. 113 take away 4 is 9. So we are getting 91 upon 165. Since it's a proper fraction, so we do not have to do any conversion out of it. Let's move on to fifth part. Over here we'll do the same thing. We'll be taking the LCM, which will be 10. So we'll be getting 7 plus 10 divided by 5 is 2, times 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5, times 3 is 15. So 7 plus 4 11. 11 plus 15 is 26 upon 10. So you can cancel that out. So we're getting 13 upon 5. Either you can write down 13 upon 5, or by converting it to mixed fraction, we'll be getting 2, 3 by 5. Let's move on to sixth part. Over here we have given two mixed fractions, and we'll be doing one thing. We'll be converting it to improper fractions. Then we'll take LCM and solve. So 3, 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8 over 3. Plus 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7 over 2. So now 3 and 2 will be 6. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. 8 to 16 plus 21. So we'll be getting 16 plus 21, which is 37 over 6. Again, it's in the standard form, but in improper fraction. So we'll be converting it to proper fraction. So 6, 1 by 6 is mixed fraction. Sorry, we'll convert it to mixed fraction. So if it's improper, we'll be converting it to mixed fraction. So we're getting 6, 1 by 6. Now let's move on to the seventh part. Over here it says that 8, 1 by 2 minus 3, 5 by 8. So 8, 1 by 2 is 8 multiplied by 2 and plus 1. So it will be 17 by 2 minus 8, 3 is 24 plus 5 is 29 by 8. So we will be taking the LCM, which is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 17 times 4 minus 29. So 17 times 4 is 68 minus 29. Now 68 minus 29, if you just do it this way, that will be 18, this will be 5. 18 minus 9 is 9. 5 times take away 2 is 3. So we are getting 39 by 8. Since this is the standard form, we need to convert it to mixed fraction. So we should be getting 4 7 by 8. So the final answer for this part is 4 7 by 8 after converting it to mixed fraction. Now here we go for the second question. It says that you need to arrange the following in descending order. Now if I'm talking about descending order, it means you are starting up with the biggest number and moving on to the smallest number. So over here, if you can see, we got 3 fractions and we need to arrange it in descending order. To compare it, what do we need to do? We need to convert it to like fractions. So to convert it to like fractions, we need to find out the LCM for 9, 3 and 21. So what do? 9, 3 and 21. We start with 3. So we'll be getting this. Again, there will be one more time 3 and then there will be 7. So 7 times 3 is 21. 21 times 3 is 63. So if I'm talking about 2 by 9, to make the denominator as 63, we need to multiply it by 7. Since we have multiplied denominator by 7, we will be multiplying 7 the numerator as well. So we'll be getting 14 upon 63 for 2 by 9. Now let's move on to the second one, 2 by 3. Now to make it 63, we need to multiply it by 21. Again 21 the numerator as well, we'll be getting 42. The last one is 8 over 21 and we need to make it as 63. So we'll be multiplying it by 3. So we'll be getting 24. So what we actually get? If I'm talking about descending order, starting up with the biggest and ending up with the smallest. So out of these three, which is the greatest one? We have 42 over 63, then we have 24 over 63, then we have 14 over 63. If I'll check, 42 upon 63 is for 2 by 3. So what do we get? We'll be getting 2 by 3 is greater than 8 by 21 is greater than 2 by 9. So this is the final answer which we arranged it in descending order. Let's try the second part now. We have 5, 7 and 10. So let's see 5, 7 and 10. So we'll start with 2, 5. Then we have 5. Then we have 7. So the LCM will be 70. We'll be starting with the first one. So 1 by 5 to make it as 70. How do we get it? We need to multiply it by 14 to make it 70. So we'll be getting 14 by 70. Second one is 3 by 7. For making it 70, we need to multiply it by 10. So we'll be getting 30 by 70. 7 by 10 multiplied by 7. We'll be getting 49 by 70. Now out of these three, which is the greatest one? We'll just take the numerator now because the denominator we make is same. So we'll start with 49 upon 70. So 49 upon 70 is greater than 30 upon 70 is greater than 14 upon 70. So what do we get? If we need to arrange it in descending order, so we'll start off with 7 by 10. Then the next one is 3 by 7. And then we have 1 by 5. So we arranged this in descending order. Now this is the second question which we did. Let's move on to the third question. Now it says that in a magic square, the sum of the numbers in each row, these are the rows. So we have 3 rows, we have 3 columns and along the diagonal. So this is one diagonal and this is one diagonal, this is second diagonal. So it's a magic square. If everything will be equal, then we will be finding it out. So what do we do? So we'll write sum of numbers in first row. So first if I'm talking about, we are getting 4 by 11 plus 9 by 11 plus 2 by 11. Since they all are like fractions, so we'll be adding 4, 9 and 2. So we'll be getting 15 by 11. Now again some of the numbers for second row. So we have 3 by 11, we have 5 by 11, we have 7 by 11. Adding all the numerators, we'll be getting 15 by 11. Let's move on to third row. Excuse me. 8 by 11. All the three rows get the same sum. Let's move on to columns now. So first column. We'll be getting 15 by 11. Second column. Again 15 by 11. Now we'll move on to third column. We'll be getting 15 by 11 only. Now let's talk about the diagonal. So the first diagonal, so we can start with left to right. We'll be getting 4 by 11 plus 5 by 11 plus 6 by 11. So we'll be 15 by 11. So diagonal, sum of diagonals from right to left. So 2 by 11, 5 by 11 and 8 by 11, which is 15 by 11. So now if you can see some of the numbers of all the rows, columns and diagonals exactly same, then we can say that it is a magic square. So we can say that it is a magic square. Now let's move on to another question. Now question 4 says that a rectangular sheet of paper is 12 1 by 2 cm long and 10 2 by 3 cm wide. You need to find out its perimeter. Now we just need to apply the formula for perimeter, but the only difference which we have is they've given mixed fractions now rather than whole numbers or proper fractions. So what we do, we'll start with length of a rectangular sheet of paper. Is 12 1 by 2 centimeter, which means 25 by 2 centimeter. Now if we talk about the width of a rectangular sheet of paper is 10 2 by 3 centimeter, which is 32 by 3 centimeter. Now if we need to find out the perimeter, so the formula for perimeter is twice of length plus width. Now length is 25 by 2, width is 32 by 3. So we'll be taking LCM, we'll be getting 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3, 25 3 is 75, plus we'll be getting 64. So 2 times 139 by 6. We can cancel this out with 3. So we'll be getting 139 by 3. We cannot cancel it further. So we'll be getting, we'll convert into mixed fraction. We'll be getting 3 4 is 12, is the 18, 46, 1 by 3 centimeter. Now let's move on to fifth question. Now we need to find the perimeters of triangle ABE. So this is triangle ABNE. Now in triangle ABE, what do we do? To find the perimeter, we'll be adding the length of all the sides of a triangle. So what is the length of AB? 5 by 2 centimeter. Then BE, which is 2, 3 by 4 centimeter, and AE, which is 3 by 5 centimeter. So first of all, we'll convert all of them to proper or improper fraction. So we are getting 5 by 2, 11 by 4, going 18 by 5 centimeter. Now we'll take the LCM of 2, 4 and 5. So once we take the LCM of 2, 4 and 5, we'll be getting 5 to is 10, 10 to is 20, so we'll be getting the LCM is 20. So 20 divided by 2 is 10, will be 50 plus 55 plus 18 for 72. So we're getting 177 by 20 centimeter. We cannot simplify it further, so we'll convert it to improper. So we'll convert it to mixed fraction. So we'll be getting 28. Okay, so I'll just tell you how do we go about it, because there'll be 8, 17 by 20. So we're doing the same way which we did in earlier videos. Now they are asking about rectangle, perimeter of rectangle BCDE in this figure. So what do? We'll be adding BC plus CD plus DE plus BE. Now since it's a rectangle, so of course lengths and breadths, both the lengths are equal and both the breadths will be equal. So what do? We'll write it down 2 times 7 by 6 plus 2, 3 by 4 centimeter. Converting mixed fraction to improper fraction, we'll be getting 7 by 6 plus 11 by 4. Now we'll be taking the LCM of 6 and 4. So we'll be getting 12 as the LCM. So we'll be getting 14 plus 33. So will be 47 by 12. Now after cancelling it, we'll be getting 47 by 6. To convert into mixed fraction now, we'll be getting 6 sevens are 42. So we'll be getting 7, 5 by 6 centimeters. So the perimeter of the rectangle BCD is 7, 5 by 6 centimeter. Now they've asked the third part, that whose perimeter is greater. Now we need to find out whose perimeter is greater, and we have two fractions with us, 177 by 20 and 47 by 6. Now in these two, what do we need to do? We need to compare both of them, and to compare it we need to convert it to like fractions. Then only we can compare which is greater and which is smaller. So if I'll just take an LCM of 20 and 6, so we'll be getting 5 to the 15 to the 30 to the 60. So 60 will be the LCM of both of it. So if moving on to the last part, I'll be getting 177 times 3, then only we'll be getting 60, and 47 times 10, then only we can get 60. So 177 times 3 is 531 upon 60. Over here it's 470 upon 60. So out of these two, which has greater perimeter? So what do? If we just check out, this is greater than this. That means perimeter of triangle ABE is greater among perimeter of triangle and a rectangle. Now let's move on to another question, which is question 6. Now Salil wants to put a picture in a frame. The picture is 7.3 by 5 centimeter wide, but to fit in the frame, the picture cannot be more than 7.3 by 10 centimeter wide. It's written that the picture is 7.3 by 5 centimeter wide, but to fit in the frame, it should not be more than 7.3 by 10 centimeter. So they're asking how much should the picture be trimmed so that it can fit in the frame. So what do? So we know that the picture is 7.3 by 5 centimeter, which is 38 by 5 centimeter wide, and the picture cannot be more than 7.3 by 10 centimeter, which is 73 by 10 centimeter wide. Now how much should the picture be trimmed? So the picture trimmed, what do we do with these two? It means we got 10 rupees, but we can only put 5 rupees in our wallet, or let's say 8 rupees in our wallet. So what is the extra amount which we need to take it out? So that will be 2 rupees. So what do we actually do? We have subtracted both of them. So the picture is 38 upon 5 minus 73 upon 10 centimeters. So this is how the picture should get framed. We'll be taking the LCM, which will be 10. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 38 times 2 is 76 minus 73. So we are getting 3 by 10. So the picture should get trimmed 3 by 10 centimeter. So the next question is question 7. It says that Ritu ate 3 by 5 part of an apple and the remaining apple was eaten by her brother Somu. Now how much part of the apple did Somu eat? That is the first question. And who had the larger share? Second question, by how much? That is the third question. So in this question we have 3 parts of this question. So Ritu ate 3 by 5 part of an apple. So since Somu ate the remaining part, so we'll write it 1 minus 3 by 5 part of an apple, because in one apple Somu ate 1, take away 3 by 5, because 3 by 5 part her sister has already eaten. So now 1 minus 3 by 5 part, which means 5 minus 3 by 5, which is 2 by 5. So it means 2 by 5 part has been eaten by her brother Somu. So first part, how much part of the apple did Somu eat? So Somu eat 2 by 5 part of an apple. This is the first one. Now Ritu ate 3 by 5, Somu ate 2 by 5. Second question, who had the larger share? Now since 3 by 5 is greater than 2 by 5, therefore Ritu had the larger share. So we are done with 2 parts. Now the third part says by how much? How much bigger, how much larger is the part of Ritu? So what do we do actually? So Ritu had, now we will be subtracting both of them and we will be getting that 1 by 5 part extra, or she's taken more. So Ritu had 1 by 5 part more than her brother Somu. So this is the first part, is how much part of the apple did Somu eat. We have found it. Second one, who had the larger share and by how much. These are the 3 parts which we need to answer. So this was the first part. This was the second part and this was the third part of this question. Let's move on to the last question of this exercise. Now it says that Michael finished coloring a picture in 7 by 12 hour. Weber finished the coloring in 3 by 4 hour. Now who worked longer? First part. And by what fraction was it longer? Second part. So time taken by Michael is 7 by 12 hour and time taken by Weber is 3 by 4 hour. Now to check who worked longer, that means we need to compare these two. To compare these two, we need to convert it to like fraction. To convert it to like fraction, we need to make the denominators same. So if we take the LCM of 12 and 4, we will be getting 12 as an LCM. So time taken by Michael is 7 by 12. Now to convert Weber's time or to convert it to the like fraction, we will be multiplying it by 3 to the numerator and denominator, which will be 9 by 12 hours. 9 by 12 hours. So time taken by Michael is 7 by 12 hours. Time taken by Weber is 9 by 12 hours. So who worked longer? Since 9 by 12 is greater than 7 by 12, hence who worked longer now? Weber worked longer. Now they ask that by how much, by what fraction was it longer? So it was, we will be subtracting 9 by 12 and 7 by 12. We will be getting 2 by 12, or after cancel it out we can get 1 by 6. So we can write either 2 by 12 or 1 by 6. It was 1 by 6 are longer than Michael. So we've answered both the questions of both the parts. The first one is that Weber worked longer, and the second one is that 1 by 6 hour is the time of the fraction which was longer.